Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
49ers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And the 49er first and 10.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's now third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He'll try to do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get...
You say too late to start, got you hot in a handle. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, ain't it hot in a handle. You know you're better than this.
Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you're better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting till we're yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is that strangers like magicians never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I have to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that's catfish.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. historic Soldier Field in Chicago. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field. Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll air one out. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. A big play there, about as big as you can get. That is an 83-yard gain. Throwing again, Williams. He puts it up, and it's caught. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were the guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30, past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. It's a big one for the Chargers. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he's in. Jackson Hall. Touchdown Chargers. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On the ground, here is Monunga. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's Williams now to throw. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw is Williams. Headed left, buying time. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Williams to the air once more. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. A big-time play for the Bears. 31 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped. They can get to him back at the 15-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, 2nd and goal. Williams. This is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. And this will be good enough for a 1st down as he gets up past the 25.
It's a gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
Now Williams. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Exit 3rd and 4.
Williams going to keep it on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on 4th down.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Williams. He's going to air this one out. That's hard. And he will go all the way. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Pass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Again, working deep downfield. And now he loses the football. And this will be recovered by the offense. So they avoid the catastrophe of a finish. Time runs out, and that's the end of the first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw, it's Williams. Forced out wide. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of the game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. But the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the give, it is Monunga. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll be second down. Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Throwing again, Williams. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They run over center with Williams. He's got space inside the 25. And he's into the end zone.